You ever walk away from a conversation feeling exhausted? Like you just went 10 rounds in a psychological boxing match you never signed up for? Your head is spinning, you're questioning your own sanity, and the other person just casually walks away, holding a piece of your power? Yeah, that wasn't a conversation. That was an energy heist, and you've been played. Because the most dangerous people in the world don't leave bruises. They leave doubts. They've mastered the dark art of conversational hypnosis, using seemingly innocent questions to disarm you, confuse you, and make you the villain in your own story. And guess what? They all use the same playbook. And in this video, we're not just going to show you that playbook, we're going to burn it. We're exposing 5 of the most toxic, manipulative questions they use to steal your power. Because knowledge isn't just power, it's a shield. Once you learn to hear the code, you can't be hacked. This isn't a lesson in paranoia, this is your damn armor. So buckle up, we're diving in. Number 1, why are you being so dramatic? Oh, the classic. The number 1 tool in the gaslighter's toolkit. You bring up a valid concern, you point out something they did that genuinely hurt you, and they hit you with this Oscar-worthy line. Let's decode this. This isn't a real question. It's a psychological kill switch for your emotions. Why they use it? Because your reaction is a mirror showing them their own bad behavior, and they can't stand to look at it. So instead of addressing their action, they attack your reaction. They reframe the entire situation to make your feelings the problem, not their conduct. It's a classic diversion tactic. The impact on you? It's insidious. It trains you to mistrust your own gut. Over time, you start to believe that maybe you are too sensitive, that your feelings are an overreaction. You begin to silence yourself to keep the peace. And in doing so, you hand them all the power. How to counter it? You refuse to take the bait. You don't defend your emotions. You calmly and firmly redirect the conversation back to the facts. A simple, my feelings are a separate issue. Let's not change the subject. I want to talk about what happened. You refuse to put your emotions on trial.
2. Do you even trust me? This is the emotional grenade. The moment you question their sketchy behavior, they pull the pin on this one and toss it right into your lap. Why they use it? It's a masterful act of blame shifting. This question instantly flips the script. Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about their questionable actions. It's about your supposed lack of faith. It's a loyalty test designed to make you feel guilty for having valid suspicions. The impact on you? It puts you immediately on the defensive. You feel pressured to prove your trust, to backpedal on your concerns, just to reassure them. And while you're busy defending your loyalty, they skate away, having successfully avoided any and all accountability. How to counter it? You call the bluff. You answer the question honestly and directly. Trust is earned through actions and transparency. Right now, your actions are making it difficult to trust you, so let's talk about those actions. Remember, people who are truly trustworthy rarely have to ask if you trust them. Their actions speak for themselves. 3. So what do you want me to say? This one is so manipulative, it should come with a warning label. When you hear this, you are not dealing with someone who is confused. You are dealing with someone who is playing dumb to escape responsibility. Why they use it? It's a form of passive-aggressive stonewalling. They're feigning helplessness to shut down the conversation. It's a way of saying, I am so overwhelmed by your confrontation that I am incapable of responding. But the real message is, I am guilty, but I'm going to make you feel bad for cornering me. The impact on you? It's incredibly frustrating. It makes you feel like you have to do all the emotional labor. They want you to write the script for an apology so they can read the lines, check the box, and move on without any genuine remorse or self-reflection. How to counter it? You refuse to write the script. You put the responsibility right back on them. I don't want you to say anything specific. I want you to understand how your actions affected me and respond honestly. You don't let them off the hook. You wait in that uncomfortable silence until they come up with their own damn words. 4. Can we just move on already? This is the escape artist's favorite line. Liars and manipulators hate being under the spotlight of scrutiny. Long, detailed conversations are their kryptonite because their stories start to unravel. Why they use it? To prematurely end a conversation before you get too close to the truth. They're playing the "let's just be positive and move forward" card to bypass the messy part, taking responsibility. They want closure without consequences. The impact on you? It makes you feel like you're the one holding a grudge, like you're the one preventing healing. They frame your need for resolution as a refusal to be reasonable. It's a trap designed to make you drop the issue out of social pressure. How to counter it? You define what moving on actually requires. I'd love to move on. For me, that requires understanding what happened and knowing it won't happen again. You make it clear that moving on is a process, not an escape hatch. Skipping accountability isn't healing. It's just emotional cheating.
5. Are you really going to throw everything away over this? And finally, the emotional nuke. This is the last-ditch effort they use when they know they're cornered and their game is falling apart. Why they use it? It's a desperate, high-stakes guilt trip. They magnify the consequences to minimize their actions. The conversation is no longer about the specific issue, this. It's about the entire relationship, everything. They frame you as the executioner, ready to destroy all the good times over one small incident. It's terrifying. It triggers your fear of loss and makes you question your own boundaries. You start to think, is this really worth it? Maybe I should just let it go. They are forcing you to choose between your self-respect and the relationship. How to counter it? You remember your worth. You calmly reframe the question back to them. This isn't about me throwing everything away. This is about whether our relationship is strong enough to handle honesty and accountability. And remember this, and burn it into your soul. If the price of keeping someone in your life is the betrayal of yourself, the cost is too damn high. So, let's recap. Manipulators don't ask questions to learn, they ask them to control. They don't want resolution, they want a win. But you're not falling for it anymore, because you now have the playbook. You are no longer a player in their game, you are the referee. You call the fouls, you eject the clowns from your circus, and you protect your peace, your sanity, and your reality like it's a fortress, because it is. So, the next time someone tries to gaslight you with a, "Do you even trust me?" you can look them dead in the eye and say with a calm, quiet power, "Trust? Bro, I don't even trust the expiration dates on milk. You think you've got a chance?" This channel is for people who are done playing games and ready to own their power. If that's you, subscribe, and let's build an army of people who can't be played. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these questions have you heard before? Let's expose the playbook together.